Greetings, friends. Steven here, and welcome to Gamer Hall, episode 40. God damn. This is, of course, my very own video games and more pickup series. Today's backdrop item is something we've actually we've seen already on CatMax Gaming here. It is the Circle Pad Pro for a not XL, but just original sized Nintendo 3DS. What this does is add a second analog here to your video gaming experience. I was using this with Resident Evil Revelations, and yeah, works pretty well. It's kind of funny because it actually offers a second R button to replace the one that comes with the actual device, although it doesn't have a replacement L button, just because that's the way it's all configured. It takes one AAA battery, so it doesn't actually mention that anywhere, so good to know. We could just go to a dollar store and get four for $1 or whatever, and you should be good to go. Just slides in, slides out, doesn't really hook up to anything. I guess it's just all wireless. And yeah, pretty neat little device. This I got for $5, and yeah, works just fine. Neat little item. There we go. So today's date is once again Saturday, April 26th. This is now the third Gamer Haul I've shot in a row. Of course, for you guys, I don't know how long it's been since I've actually uploaded them, and if I've uploaded any of the other videos I've been meaning to do, like I've got some videos on the game Unepic for the Wii U I've been meaning to get around to doing. I've got the Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo footage, so these things may have been uploaded by now, they might not, I don't know. But this is what I'm working on right now. Next time I guess I'll show off this I just picked up. It is my VIP admission for Cherry Bomb Toys 13th Ultimate Hobby and Toy Fair, which happens tomorrow, Sunday, April 27th. You can be guaranteed that I will be picking up many interesting things there. And I got my ticket good to go, so we'll be, I might take some footage of that as well. I might make it, what I'm planning to do if I haven't already uploaded it is my Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo footage will actually be combined with a Gamer Hall episode. So I'll probably do the same with this place if we get any footage of it. So we'll just leave that there. So, what do we have to show today? That is a game I will be trading away, so we won't be looking at that. What we will look at is something I was going to show off in the last episode, but I decided to end the video when I did. A deal I got. Now this is sticker priced at $20, which is maybe a bit high. It is Double Dragon 3, published by Acclaim. I don't know if they actually made the game. This is Double Dragon 2 is easily one of my favorite NES games. It was actually my number 1 game in the top 10 NES games series I uploaded ages ago. Double Dragon 3, I don't know, we'll definitely be doing maybe not a should I keep it, because we'll be keeping this, but some sort of footage of this game. It's, I don't know, it's a tricky game. A little subtitle there, The Sacred Stones. Yeah, $20, kind of expensive, but put that there. I would recommend Double Dragon 2, and then Double Dragon 1 is also pretty good. Double Dragon 3 is... I don't dislike it, but as you can see, I'm not quite feeling the same hype. It's more like fear. That is a tricky game. Yeah, what I ended up trading for that was my copy of Kid Icarus Uprising, which is kind of lame because I would have loved to have tried the Circle Pad with Kid Icarus, but like I said, all this stuff is all out of order now because this is all backlogged inventory of mine. So what I traded was Kid Icarus Uprising and the Fast and the Furious PSP game for Double Dragon 3 here, as well as $5 in store credit at this specific store, which I believe was Fan Favorites here in Victoria. So, next up item I will show, I'll save those for the end. Another manga. In the last episode we saw, I think it was Mega Man ZX, and this is also a manga I picked up at that same visit to St. Vincent de Paul, I believe. Another in excellent shape manga. Love Hina by Ken Akamatsu, issue 3. $2.50 sticker price. Pretty good for what is once again pretty much a mint manga issue. I do enjoy the Love Hina. A lot of really silly moments, be it an upskirt or Watching Naru here just kick the shit out of Kitaro, as she always does. Man, what a violent girl. And all the little scrub extra girls that never stood a chance. I always thought this girl was one of the best, though. She's such a fun character. Yeah, it's fun. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, so yeah, 250, pretty good price. But, wait, no, wait. Right there, okay. Yeah. This is my receipt from that St. Vincent de Paul. It's got the $2.50, that was at the $3, that was the Mega Man ZX, and then the $10, that was that fishing game we saw in an episode or two ago. Like I said, all of this stuff is crazy out of order. Backlog, man, just getting through the backlog at this point. So, next game now, PS3, original price $19.99, discount clearance price $4.99. It is Lucha Libre Heroes del Ring. This is a Lucha Libre Mexican wrestling game. Haven't played it yet. I think I saw the two best friends play. They did an episode on this. Game seemed okay. $5, hard to pass up. I'll probably keep it. I don't know for sure. I haven't actually played it, but we'll see. Next up, I believe this was also either... Actually, I got the receipt off camera here. Clash of the Titans, $4.99. I've replaced the case here because the original one was kind of scruffy. But it's Clash of the Titans, the video game. I was discussing with someone the other day that anytime a game is the title plus the video game, that's usually a bad sign. But this game actually isn't half bad. It almost reminds me a bit of like almost Soul Calibur actually. Just the sword fighting. It's got that like that big wave of energy behind the sword when it moves. It's got a lot of that. Seems pretty neat. Played a bit of it. I wouldn't really want it if it wasn't $5, but it was, so I bought it. That's how I roll. Next up, Red Faction Gorilla for, once again, $4.99. I've got another Red Faction, but I haven't played that, and I haven't played this one yet either. But, you know me, it's really one of the ongoing themes of these pickup videos of mine is that I'm always getting the deals. The low price is always more appealing than the actual game itself to me. Unfortunately, because I probably should be buying quote-unquote good games. But you never know. Like, I don't know. I think this is a pretty good game from what I've heard. It's got a lot of destruction and rebuilding. That's kind of the aspect of it. So, I don't know. Kind of reminds me of Total Recall, and that's alright. So what's over here? That's just receipts. Okay. I guess we'll go with the EB Games clearance section items. Next up for 50 cents, it is iPet. Adopt the ultimate virtual pet with a PSP camera in the box. Pretty good for a mere 50 cents. This thing, creepy. Very creepy. But, I don't know if this camera is used for other games or if it's just one of those weird peripherals that didn't go anywhere. Probably just didn't have the support it needed, but yeah, 50 cents, you know, cool. Give her a go. Creepy. Yeah. There you go. Oh god, it's looking at me there too. Next up, Army of Two, 40th a day. The 40th day, $1. Original price, $20. Yeah, right. Army of Two, never really a popular series by EA. I believe it's like a Gears of War style game. Kind of focuses on two-player co-op. Pretty standard stuff. UMDs. I haven't got a Vita just yet, but I've been looking for one. I'm kind of starting to feel that Vita hype, which we actually discussed in one of the more recent episodes of the Cap Max Hypecast, which is of course my very own podcast, which you can find on Podomatic. Next up, for 50 cents, original price $10, Pixel Junk Monsters Deluxe. This is a pretty neat game. It's more or less a tower defense kind of game. Kind of has other elements to it. It did pretty well, this game. It's one of those games where it's just everywhere, though, so I guess something like this, it's just like, yep, there's millions of these. You just gotta get rid of it. Move that stock. Neat game. Definitely a good deal at that price. I think it's on most other systems, too. Yeah. Next up, for 50 cents. Hot Shots Tennis. Get stickers given. Get a grip. I get it. This is a pretty competent tennis game. I was actually playing a bit of this a while ago. Yeah, get a grip. It's almost like remember the Mario Tennis on Game Boy Color? How it was almost like an RPG in ways. That's what this is like. Pretty neat. Hot Shot's never been as popular as the Mario Sports series, but you know, for they did what they could, and they did a pretty good job, I think. Just these characters, I guess, are kind of just nameless and faceless, and you don't care really who they are or whatever. It's kind of neat how there's always like people of all like shapes and sizes and ages and ethnicities and all that. So I guess that was kind of one of the appeals to these Hot Shots games. So next up, this is actually stuff I just picked up today. So this will be the only things I'll be showing off that are actually current. For you guys, it's all current, but for me, this is all this stuff I've had just waiting for these videos, just in the background, taking up space. So next up, this I got for $5, which is a pretty good price. It is Zero, the Kamikaze Squirrel for the Genesis by Sunsoft. This is actually a spin-off of the Arrow the Acrobat games. They're all pretty good games, actually. This is pretty funny because I think he makes Bruce Lee noises. So I love what kind of things. I've done better Bruce Lee impressions, I'm sorry. But I think this game's often really expensive. I don't know if it is actually rare or not, but I've always seen it, and when I see it, it's usually really expensive, so it's refreshing to find this at a $5 price. MA13. I wonder what this game does that's so bad that it needs that slightly higher parental advisor. What do they call it? Rated by VRC MA13. Parental discretion advised. Mature audiences. Wow. Hype. Feel that hype. Next up, a few more Genesis games. This has a very cool cover. It doesn't even have the title on it, but up here, oh, Space Invaders 91. I believe this I got for $5, I want to say. $5 or $10. This was $5. This was either $5 or $10. I traded some games in as well. This place, it was a local pawn store downtown. Pretty cool box art, first of all. Surprising that it has no title. It's got the title there. I guess it does have the Space Invaders in the picture, but otherwise you wouldn't know. I played a bit of this in the store before I bought it. It's surprisingly, it has power-ups, but the graphics are very, very retro. That might have just been the first couple levels because I only played for a few minutes, but yeah, it's neat. This is not a game I see very often. So I don't know, maybe I'll see it at the toy fair tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, it seemed, from what I was playing, it seemed competent. I was noticing that you can actually shoot a lot faster than you could in the original Space Invaders. Also, it has power-ups. So that's pretty neat. Next up, a game with a god-awful box art. But Street Smart is apparently... Trico is the publisher, but I think this is originally an SNK game, which is intriguing to me because I do love the SNK games. And of course, you can see a sticker price $9.95. I know nothing about this. Somewhat of an impulse purchase, I'm not gonna lie, but I looked a bit of it up when I was in the store on my smartphone, and it looked pretty cool. So we'll probably see. I'll probably upload some footage of this game at some point. Street Smart. That over there. Okay. One more. This is Steel Empire. Once again, $9.95 price point. Made by Acclaim or Flying Edge. I don't know if Flying Edge. That's probably the developer. I don't know. I looked this up before I got it. Apparently this is a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up as well with a very steampunkish vibe, which is kind of rare, especially for games at this point. Normally they'd be all like futuristic robot shooting and all that, but this kind of is going for this old school. Like you can see, it's got the the Zeppelin there and a biplane. Once again, very uncommon game. I don't know if I've ever even seen this before. Internet claimed it was pretty good, so I was like, yeah, you know, trade some stuff in for that. Oh, put that over there. Next up, oh man, it's gonna, like what I was saying before about games that you'll get just because there's not much else. Genesis's Chester Cheetah Wild Quest. Get it? Wild Quest instead of West. Made by Kaneko. I believe this was the second Chester Cheetah game. I probably have this on Super Nintendo already, but it's neat to note that this does, of course, have not the manual, unfortunately, but it does have the case. So that's always something appealing. Yeah, I traded in a couple. Actually, those two Should I Keep It games I didn't want anymore. Traded those in for some of this stuff. So I guess we know that no, I did not keep it. And I think I'll end this episode after this one. It is Turrican, once again, Sega Genesis, Accolade in one of their fancy custom carts for use with the Sega Genesis system. Once again, bad cover art, but pretty cool game. Very much in the vein of Contra, more vertical than... It is a side-scroller, but it does feature more vertical than horizontal gameplay. Lots of power-ups, lots of action. And I think this is a pretty good port of the game. I think Turrican is actually really popular in the UK as well. So, I guess I will end this episode here. I think the last episode went on a bit over time, so we'll stop this here. Rest assured, though, that I still have at least 2 more boxes of things I need to get through. So we will see those soon enough, but it is great that I'm finally getting stuff uploaded. And once again, thanks for watching. Bit of a camera out there. Nice. And yeah, please feel free to like or subscribe to CatMax Gaming if you'd like to show your support and see more videos from me to you. And we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.